Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm very excited to do because I have some new makeup to play with. I hope you're excited for this tryout as much as I am. But before we get started, I would like to welcome new viewers and visitors to my channel. Hi, my name is Eve and I love all things beauty. I hope you stick around, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. And without further ado, let's dive into the video. Valentine's Day has passed, but I'm apparently still in the mood, as you can see. Some of these products, they're brand new to me, and some of these products I already have tested. And I have this new Rare Beauty Always an Optimist Pore Diffusing Primer. I do have a sample size. This is supposed to be mattifying and pore blurring. I'm going to be pretty generous with this amount, and I'm going to apply here on my T-zone. I don't detect any scent. It goes on skin kind of nice and somewhat hydrating. Let's see how it's gonna play out since it's supposed to be pore filling and mattifying. I would need a little bit more product for my chin here because I get oily here, and sometimes my texture on my chin is a little bit like uneven for some reason. Now it starts feeling like very velvety and very smooth. This has interesting texture, but I would love to see how it's gonna wear on my combo oily skin. Today I want to use the Makeup Forever New HD Skin Matte Velvet Powder Foundation. My god, that's mouthful. My wear test video on this powder foundation is already live on my channel. However, I'm gonna start with my concealer. I'm gonna use my IRL Filter Finish concealer from Makeup Revolution. I really have been loving this concealer. It has really nice consistency. This concealer feels hydrating upon application, and it does give you like that medium buildable coverage, which I enjoy. It does feel light on skin. It doesn't feel heavy at all. Soft matte finish, and what I love about it the most, it is self-setting, which I prefer this type of concealers to be used with powder foundations. I usually apply this concealer in 2 layers because I need a little bit more coverage. This performs the best that way. And I also like to conceal around my nose. I do have a little extra redness I feel like today, so I'm just gonna conceal my cheeks here. And I know that this area around my brows usually does not grab the powder foundation for some reason. This concealer blends super easily. It really melts into skin with no issues. I really enjoy the consistency of this. I look pale AF, but that's fine. We will fix that in just a moment. Applying my powder foundation. This is a powder brush from Beauty Professional. I will have it linked for you, and it's also linked in my review video if you wanted to look into it. But this is one of my favorite brushes to use for powder foundations. But I really love how this powder foundation is looking. It just gives me a little bit of smoothness. I think it played well with this primer. This is me trying this powder foundation second time, and I would definitely like to try it with different primers, with different like complexion products on top of it, things like that. But so far I really love how it looks. It looks very natural. It doesn't feel heavy, doesn't look heavy. Very even application. It doesn't cling to any texture on my skin. I usually do dermaplaning maybe like once in 3 weeks, and it's been about 2 weeks or so since my last time, and I know that I have like a little bit of peach fuzz here, and I do not see any issues. So far everything is just going very smooth with this product. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel so you will not miss my monthly updates. I hope it's gonna make it to the favorites rather than the fails. And you know what, I just realized that I have 2 complexion products. There are cream, and I do not know if they go on top of powder. I guess we get to find out if they go on top of the powdered face. I really want to test this Butter Bronzer Contouring Palette from Physicians Formula. This is in the shade Contour 1, but I think I like to go with a little bit of bronzer from the Cheek Squad from Ulta Beauty. This is in the option Pop of Petal. I think this is Ulta Beauty's version of Kaja Bento Box. This has all 3 cream products: cream blush, cream highlighter, cream bronzer. I have my Kaja here, so I wanted to put them next to each other so you would get to see. And a bento box from Kaja would give you cream bronzer, and then the highlighter and the blush, they are powdered. Just in case if you were wondering the comparison for these two, I'm gonna go with my Japanesque 961 brush to pick up this bronzer. I want to see how it applies on a powdered face. So far it goes on smoothly. No issues. It's definitely a little bit lighter. As you can see, the color is pretty nice and light, but it's working with my complexion very well. I'm gonna go here very lightly. I won't be using the cream blush or highlighter. However, I've already tested both of those products. I've already tried them, and I do enjoy the blush very much. A beautiful pigmented color, just the way you see it here. That's how it translates on my skin, at least. And then it was no issues with blendability. It also does build up intensity. As far as the cream highlighter, unfortunately, I am not a fan of this formula. It lifted my foundation when I applied it with my finger. I just tried to tap it on top of my foundation and it lifted my entire complexion. Also, it does have minor like glitter speckles, so I'm also not a huge fan for that. Since we're playing with the cream formulas, let's go ahead and put this Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Cream Blush. I finished my eyebrows behind the camera. I use my Kosas Duo. I will have them listed for you, of course, in the description box. Anyway, let's get into trying this Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Cream Blush. I got mine in the shade Bellini. Can we just take a moment and look at this beautiful packaging? It feels like a heavy-duty plastic emollient, but this is a formula that's supposed to mattify itself and like set onto your skin and be like smoothing and blurring, hiding your texture, and do all these amazing things. I'm gonna use this Alpha Putty Primer Applicator brush. I really like this brush for a lot of different things, but it picked up a lot of product. I'm gonna use this little thing to tap this off a little bit. I'm gonna apply this on this side of my face. One thing that I wanted to also mention, that I only applied the cream bronzer from Ulta Beauty Box on this area here on my cheek, but not on the side, because I really do want to see this palette on its own. So I'm only gonna apply blush here for now. I don't know if it's gonna go on powdered face either. I really like the shade. I think it does look pretty like peachy orangey. It's definitely not like orange, not as orangey as it looks in the pan. In the pan, it almost looks like neon orange, but here on the skin, it does look a little bit more peachy. I think I went over the board. Okay, so I think I'm gonna try to use this powder to see if I can tone this down a little bit, and I'm gonna use my highlighting brush from e.l.f. This is also a very nice multitasking brush. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of this powder foundation and just kind of tap it here on the edges and see if I can tone the situation down a little bit. I think I saved the day. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think it looks fine. It's definitely not as overwhelming. I'm looking at this up close, and let me tell you, this Danessa Myricks cream blush went on this powdered face like no issue. Yeah, so no complaints here. It looks nice and smooth and wonderful, so I am very much pleased. And I'm also really excited to finally dip into this contouring palette. Here are the swatches of all three products. They seem to be very buttery, very pigmented, just exactly what I expected from the butter complexion product formulation. Let's see how it's gonna apply on the face. I'm gonna go with a lighter formula right here. I'm gonna use this angled brush. This is by Kayla. There's a ton of fallout. All right, let me maybe start from here. It's definitely contouring shade, but it's pretty. I really like it. It doesn't look like too gray, but it is definitely a cool tone. So I'm just gonna do a little bit. I also just contoured my nose tiny bit with the same color, but let me try this shade on this untouched cheek. So far, I really like the color and I really like how soft it is. I haven't contoured my face in so long. I like the undertone, guys. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. It's definitely pigmented, but I think it's moldable, so it gives you a little bit of room to like blend. It doesn't cling to my skin or anything like that, so I think it has a lot of potential. I definitely will be trying it later on. So far, I'm very intrigued. I do not have like a first bad impression on this. Here, I definitely would like to try the entire palette and see how it goes. I even like to see if this would work as an eyeshadow, something like that. Complexion is done. I think I'm going to skip on a highlighter for now, but I think my complexion looks really nice and glowy. This blush definitely gave me a little bit of glow, and also the bronzer, like here on my forehead, I think I get the glow from the cream bronzer. I also want to note here that nothing feels sticky. Cream blush definitely settled into very comfortable, like natural finish. The bronzer feels a little bit more like cream, but it's also not sticky. I just want to kind of let everything set and check at the end of the video. Now I'm very excited to try one of these palettes. I have two new palettes from Moira. Both of these palettes are a part of their Celestial series eyeshadow palettes. Both of these I purchased on Amazon. They have their store there as well. This one is Chasing Eternity, a little bit more neutral palette. This is a Celestial Love palette. It's a little bit more pink. I already have reels and up close details, photos, and swatches on my Instagram if you wanted to check that out. I am going to do a very, very easy look today. I applied this new to me Milani Anti-Gravity mascara on my lashes, and this is drier formula and it just gives me that volume, really nice volume right away. And so I'm loving the effect so far. Now let's go ahead and finish up this look with the duo from LYS Beauty. I probably had these two products for a good 2 weeks. I have the lipstick in the shade Joyful. Look at this beautiful leather coated packaging. I have a lip liner in the shade Lavish. The formula of the lip pencil feels very creamy, but not too emollient that it slips and slides. It's quite pigmented. The lipstick formula feels very creamy. Again, it feels quite pigmented. If you like a full opaque color, then a few layers will give you that effect. And as a final touch to my makeup look, I would like to add NYX. This is Milky Gloss in the shade Mango Lassie. Let me just swatch it here for you. Yeah, it does have a little bit of pigment sheer, but you can see it's orange. I'm just gonna tap this here a little bit. Give me that a little bit of glossier look. And I've already tested this formula and I know that it is not sticky. It's very comfortable and it smells like mango, which I really like. Well, it doesn't have too much pigment on its own when you apply it all over your lips, but I think as a topper, this formula works very well. I really love this combo of Danessa Myricks blush in the shade Bellini and this lip duo. So I'm only gonna cover the products that are like brand new to this video that I have not talked about yet on my channel. Yummy Skin blush is very nice. I was really pleased with the fact that it would go on powdered face. I have already tried it on unpowdered face on my liquid foundation and it worked really well. I definitely have to note that it is quite pigmented and it definitely blends easier on the liquid foundation than on powdered face. However, neither gave me an issue. It didn't clump up. It still looks nice and smooth. And actually, like I promised you, I will determine if it's fully set, and it is fully set. Like going into hotter season, I think this would be a wonderful product. And as far as this bento box, I still call it bento box. No, it's called Cheek Squad from Ulta Beauty. I really enjoyed the bronzer. I already do know that I like the blush. I will see if I can maybe use it in one of my upcoming videos. However, this is not a favorite product out of the three. As far as this palette, I think that it performed really well. I really liked the undertone of this and it was pretty easy to apply. It seemed like it wouldn't cling to my skin and it gave me an ability to blend the product out, like diffuse it a little bit. And definitely pigmented formula, but I will definitely be updating you on this in my later on videos. I've already tried both of the palettes, like the neutral one and this Celestial Love. I have to say that the quality is really nice, quite affordable, quite accessible, and beautiful color story. Quality is really nice, didn't cause me any difficulty in blending. The colors stand out on their own. The shimmers are so beautiful. I enjoy the formula. It's really easy to work with, even though the packaging may throw you off and it's fully pink. But if you look up closer, this palette is pretty much neutral with some pink shade. As far as the Rare Beauty primer, I really enjoy the consistency of it, the feel of it. The application was super easy, just kind of melted into my skin and gave me this like velvety, very smooth surface to work with. However, I need to test this on a long term, like see how it performs during the day, because it's supposed to help you with oil control. Also very much enjoy the mascara, even though you already know that I am not a huge fan of this figure 8 shaped type of ones, but this is like a fully rubbery brush and the bristles are not too long, so I didn't really have too much trouble applying it on both my upper and lower lashes. I definitely need to see if it's gonna smudge down the road, but so far I do not have any smudging whatsoever, so promising. As far as this lip duo, I have to tell you right away that since I've been playing with these two already, I got both of them the day they were launched. I purchased them from Sephora app. I have to say that I really love this color combination. The lipstick color is just such a beautiful like peachy orangey. It's actually more close to orange than to peach. I think that this is a type of shade that's gonna look good on everybody. I really started with just one. However, the shade range that they launched with looks so yummy that I think I'm gonna pick up more shades in this. I really enjoy the formula. It is pigmented. It's not the most long wearing formula, however, I still love it. And the pencil, I really enjoy. It's really nice and creamy, applied really easily, and I'm excited to continue wearing it. Okay guys, this sums up my video today, and I hope you enjoyed watching me trying some new and new-ish makeup products. I think I definitely found some really nice products with a really good quality, and of course I'm going to be continue trying them all, and will keep you updated in my monthly roundup videos. If you enjoyed this video, give this a big thumb up, and I hope you consider subscribing if you haven't done that already. Thanks so much for watching, hanging out with me today, and I will see you in my next videos. Bye.